Welcome to another episode of The Convention Creators. We're back and we're doing the thing we love most, which is going to the world of Reddit to check some stories. And we're going back to the theme of the very first time we did Reddit stories, which is cosplay. So, PB, let's get into it.
Exciting. I love these Reddit stories. Let's go. Okay.
Back for another episode of the podcast. Welcome back. We're here for Reddit stories, as we said before the intro. Before we get into it, I do have to say, I am loving your t-shirt, PB.
Oh, thank you. It is a Protect the Dolls t-shirt. Bit of a wiggle for entertainment. And I got it from our lovely friends at Pink Swag, who I hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, we'll be doing some work with in the future. So there you go.
Yeah, awesome. Very, very cool.
Gotta stand up and wear your beliefs.
Exactly, 100%. I stand by that in itself. As you mentioned, yes, we're going to get into the world of cosplay. Our very first ever Reddit episode was all about cosplay. And PB, you unfortunately weren't there. You didn't get to benefit from the first depth into the world of cosplay Reddit.
It was with our dear channel friend Release Cosplay too.
Yeah.
Sending our love to our friend G.
So, and I felt like there's so many good things in the world of cosplay that it's your chance now to have a look and see what's going on. It's kind of crazy.
Yes. Also, very small note. We just got back from a lovely trip together. And I have not had any time to review any of this, so all these will be genuine reactions to me hearing these stories for the first time. So if I go a little bit overboard, it's because I'm just as shocked as you are.
Let's get into the very first one, shall we?
Yes.
This one is titled, "Am I the arsehole for entering a cosplay contest for fun and accidentally winning?" Okay.
Oh, I'm so good. I know. Go.
Let's take a look. Right. So, I recently went to a small local con event that was being held at a bar. I've never really done cosplay before, but I thought it'd be fun to give it a try. I put together a Moxxie cosplay from Hell of a Boss and made a look using things I bought online and styled myself. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much. It wasn't super detailed or fancy. I was just having a good time. The event had a little cosplay contest, and on a whim, I decided to enter. To my absolute shock, I won. The judges said it was because of how much I got into character, how I really played up Moxxie's energy, and the way I performed on stage. I was honestly really thrilled and felt really proud.
Cute.
But when I told my friends, the mood flipped.
Okay.
They've been cosplaying for years, making super detailed builds that take months or even a year to finish. And they basically told me I shouldn't have entered because I was a total beginner. My costume wasn't craftsmanship level and that I'd stolen the spotlight from people who actually put in the serious work. Now I feel kind of guilty. I didn't mean to step on anyone's toes. I was just there for fun. At the same time, the contest didn't say it was only for advanced cosplayers, and I thought the performance mattered too. So Reddit, am I the asshole for entering a cosplay contest with my basic first-time cosplay and taking the win from seasoned players?
I'm sorry. Were they in the competition? Or did they just need to chip in their advice without being any part of this event?
So it doesn't specify in the story whether they were taking part themselves, because there could be an element of jealousy, like I wanted to win. How dare you? But it doesn't specify that. So it could just be a case of, oh no, you shouldn't have done that. That's not fair on the other cosplayers. Both wild.
No one cares. No one cares. Maybe they should probably start attending events that are less demanding, like big conventions, and they will have a higher chance of winning.
also, surely these people at some point at the very beginning were like just getting started. They didn't enter at a craftsmanship level, as they quoted themselves as saying. They would have started somewhere to get into it for the fun of it, I imagine. So I don't know what they're expecting.
I'm kind of like not flabbergasted, but surprised that someone would find an issue with a friend winning. Personally, not much of a friend if you're trying to tear said person down. Replace your friends. That's advice number one.
Absolute facts.
But also, unless they were a part of it, I don't think they really have any say either way. That said, you know, if you... This is the same with anything in life. Any kind of competition, any type of job promotion, any type of situation, really. There's people who are going to give their 1,000,000%, and there's people that aren't going to be throwing the same amount of effort or have the same amount of technique or background knowledge in something. And sometimes those people get by or win because of natural charisma, because of how things have aligned for them, because of the situation at hand. It is very petty and speaks of how insecure you are to try and tear someone down who, you know, won in a situation where you weren't even a part of it. Stick to your lane. Mind your own business. Fuck off. As our friend with the bracelets said to their other friend, get
Why
fucked.
don't you get? Because, you know, we've only recently, not myself, but like, you know, I've seen you start playing around with cosplay and stuff, and part of the fun of it, I mean, the whole point of it is that it should be fun.
Yeah,
good experience.
Yeah, all of this should be for fun.
Exactly.
Cosplay should be for fun. It's you know, it's an art form. Yes. But yeah, you see many seasoned people talking about the toxicity within the cosplay community. Yeah. And their primary thing is, if you're not having fun, if you're not doing it for fun, if you're doing it for the win, for motive, for any agenda really, then it's probably not for you. It's not the right community for you. People are there to express themselves and enjoy themselves and have fun in the moment.
Yeah. And like, we know just so many they're not nice people. We know so many loving, supportive people in the cosplay community, like who are friends of ours, and they encourage us, and you know, they encourage each other, and like, shout out again to G, like Realize Cosplay from the first Cosplay Reddit Stories episode. She's a great example of like, she's out there at cons, and like, if she sees a fellow friend who's like, cosplay's falling apart, there's an issue or something, she's right in there.
Yeah.
No, like, no pride, just, she's on it. She's like, she's like, I'm gonna mama bear this situation and get you sorted so you feel comfortable again. So like, there are so many good people out there. Find those people. If you're getting into cosplay, find those people, because there are many people like-minded who are there for the fun of it. The comments generally also agree with us, shockingly. Someone in the comment section said, contests aren't only about sewing tiny rhinestones for 11 months straight. Performance and stage presence is a huge thing. You didn't break any rules, you just brought the energy. Your friends are salty because you had fun and won without gatekeeping yourself into oblivion.
What was that? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? This is not America's Next Sweatshop. This is a competition for fun. This is not America's Next Sweatshop.
Someone also said, people forget that cosplay equals costume play. You leaned into the play part, and that's what won. The fact your friends are mad says more about their competitiveness than any of the choices you made. I would agree. They are looking at far too much as a sport than... Like we said, a creative form. Creative should bring joy when you're doing something creative.
Exactly. Sure, they might have a gaping advantage.
One last comment, which I think sums up well, is your friends are basically saying you shouldn't have fun because we worked harder. That's not how community hobbies are supposed to work.
Facts.
Celebrate their builds, celebrate yours, and stop letting snobbery ruin the fun. I would say
Facts are facts.
very, very much so.
100%.
Absolutely. So yeah, I hope if you're listening out
I'm
there,
assuming no one actually sided with these friends, right?
I think the only comment I found that said, oh yes, there was one. Imagine spending all that time on cosplay just for someone to yank your wig in front of the crowd. Rivalry or not, that's humiliating.
That doesn't even relate. Because it's almost like saying they humiliated people who are veteran cosplayers.
Yeah.
But this was not the case. They just showed up.
It's yeah, I would agree.
Yes,
So there's always one. There's always one. Speaking of that comment, it ties in nicely with our next story. This is from a more established cosplayer. Okay. I'm not going to read the title because I think it gives away the key point of the whole story. And we'll get into it. Okay. They begin by writing, okay, hear me out because I swear this is not as unhinged as it sounds.
Okay.
So I was playing Isagi, yes, full Sailor Moon realness at a con. Across the hall, I spot her, my so-called rival. We've been circling each other for years, always the same competitions, always trying to one-up each other, and always pretending it's all in the past.
Okay.
For backstory, years ago, we both liked the same guy, and he ended up choosing me, and we've been together ever since. But ever since then, she's had it out for me in these low-key, petty ways. And I'm not innocent either. We smile, we hug, but it's all fake niceties over a simmering grudge. Anyway, she's strutting around in the exact same character as me, except her wig was, how do I put this nicely? It looked like Party City clearance bin meets tumbleweed.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I had spent hours styling mine into literal anime geometry. When we crossed paths, she tossed me this fake sweet smile and said, oh, wow, you actually tried this year. And I don't know what possessed me. Sleep deprivation, con fumes, Sailor Mars whispering in my ear. But my hand just went snatch, wig off, like a Pokemon using thief. Q gasps everywhere. She shrieked, clutched her head.
Hold on, she snatched the wig of the other person?
Yes.
Okay, also.
She snatched me. She shrieked, clutched her head like I'd assassinated her, and the crowd parted like we were in a telenovela. I handed the wig back. I'm not a monster. But she stormed off screaming how I humiliated her. Now, some of my friends are saying it was an iconic move, and others say I'm basically banned from the cosplay hall of heaven forever. Okay. So am I the arsehole for committing a wig snatch at Comic-Con?
Yes.
Or was it the campy diva moment the hall needed?
No, you're a dickhead. Not even an asshole, you're just a fucking dickhead.
Just kind of insane behavior. Kind of crazy.
You're just an asshat. Why would you do that? Stop trying to be fake, first of all, by being fake nice to people who, people are allowed to not like each other. And if you ended up with someone they liked, it stands to reason they're not gonna like you. Don't try and be. Even the way this is written is, I am very holier than thou and high and mighty. I might sin a little bit, but I'm actually a saint. No, it's very smug. Your entire text is smug. And Sailor Moon, Uzaki would be very disappointed in your actions. You disgraced the character you played. Be embarrassed.
Yes, I agree completely. I think the story has a lot of main character energy, like intense main character energy.
Oh, yeah. And it's very me.
It's very me. And also the fact that the way they tried to pass it off as if they were like serving some sort of like diva moment of like, oh my God, iconic. Can you believe I did that? I'm like, no one in the room thought that. No one thought Slay. They were like, no.
You're no campy drag queen on Drag Race. Shut up. Sad. So sad. I need validation for losing my temper and assault someone, technically. Because that is putting your hands on something that belongs to someone else that they are wearing and pulling it off. So you've assaulted someone. You should have been removed from the convention and banned. And shame on you for even trying to brag about it online. May you forever be embarrassed. Disgusting.
You brought out the be embarrassed.
Be embarrassed.
Be embarrassed. Interestingly, the Reddit comments, it wasn't unanimous one way or the other, I don't think.
Okay. Of course. This is like fuel for trolls, right? I was a bully and I did it in a cool way, so it should be socially acceptable. Slay, gaga boots, hunty. But no.
Yeah.
You're just a cunt.
So people were saying things like, was the wig at least secure bobby pins? Because if it flew off with one snatch, it's not on you. That's her weak wig game. That was a comment I read that was like, that's a wild take.
That's stupid.
There were people who were a bit more sane in the comments. And they say, for example, wig snatching in your head may seem funny in theory, but you literally pulled something off someone's head in public. That's basically assault. She was being shady. You escalated it like Jerry Springer. Next time, just let your superior wig speak for itself.
Yeah.
Which is true. Like, if you genuinely thought yours was the better look, then let the look speak for itself. Why do you have to go crazy?
Because she felt superior, because she thinks she's the better person.
Yeah. And
so
it seems
she
like
couldn't tolerate that the person was going to make a little snap, a little comment at her.
Yeah. And I feel like because the other person maybe showed some confidence, maybe was being a bit sarky in their comment to them, but I feel like but
abuse is abuse.
The insecurity for that to be a reaction is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is again. It is major insecurity from this Miss Perfect who just wanted everything to be right on her day. Which, fair enough. Just next time, just say, you know what, thirsty wig, get fucked, and walk off. That's it. That's
all
just
you
walk
need
away.
to do.
Just be like, I don't like you. You don't like me. You don't have to talk to me. Bye. That's it. That is as simple as it is. There's no need to be fake. There's no need to assault anyone. You know, there's no need to brag about it online that you assaulted someone, because honestly, I am embarrassed for you. I feel shame right now.
Understand that you're not living in an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked.
Exactly.
Like, this is the real world.
Crazy.
Like,
children.
I bet you.
Ha ezek beérnek, ez egy nagyon jó szó, hogy mondtad, akkor én boldog vagyok. Majd meglátjuk, ha ezek beérnek, ez egy nagyon jó szó, hogy mondtad, akkor én boldog vagyok. És ennél több nincs, hogy látja az ember, hogy tud segíteni más, és hogy tud segíteni másoknak, mert ugye azzal kezdtük az egész beszélgetést, hogy a segítségnyújtás az nagyon fontos az én életemben.
From the tone of your post, you've probably been giving her side grief for many years. So she's just like, you're not good people, so I will treat you like that. You treat people how you want to be treated. That's what happened, I think.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I think they're all it's like a little toxic mess. All parties involved, but that's just my take.
I think that's a fair observation.
Toxic.
I know. He sang another pop song. I wonder if he'll appear in the music video now.
Fuck. No, not Britney. It's Britney, bitch.
There's another one.
Oh, no. My ADHD is
Shall we move on to our final cosplay Reddit story?
Final? Oh, look at us zooming.
we are back from holiday and we are like pow pow pow. Re-energized. This one's an interesting one. It's about some sibling rivalry.
Okay. This sounds like juice. Sounds good.
Am I the asshole for suspecting my sister is secretly using my cosplays for her fancy dress stash? Okay, let's get into it. Right.
Okay.
So, I, female, work away from home quite a bit. And all of my cosplay gear stays at my parents' house.
Okay.
I've been building a little collection for many years. Wigs I've styled, costumes I've stitched or altered, props I've painted and glued together. It's not pro level, but it's mine, and I've poured time, love, and a lot of money into it.
Okay.
Here's the problem, though. Whenever I come back, things don't look exactly how I left them. A wig brushed out differently, my cloak smelling faintly like body spray or cheap perfume, a prop staff sitting in a different corner than I remember placing it. Nothing major, but enough to make me feel like someone's been rummaging. Now, my sister, in her early 20s, has a very active social life. She's always out on nights out, birthday dues, hen parties, random bar crawls, and a lot of them seem to have some kind of theme or dress code. Glitter and glam, fairy tale, pop stars, you name it, she's there. And she loves a cheap, easy, fancy dress solution.
Where do these people live? What is this? All these outings with the themes. That's crazy. I want to live there.
I don't want to go there. I've seen her chop up charity shop finds, take glitter to anything, and hot glue things to Primark shoes. Okay, we know it's somewhere in the UK there. So naturally, I've started to wonder if my cosplays are becoming part of her unofficial party closet.
Okay.
The final straw was seeing photos of her on an Instagram story. She went to a fairy queen type themed thing. And I'm really sure, even though it's a dark, blurry photo, that the cape she's wearing looks very similar to one I've used for a cosplay before. I can't obviously prove it was mine. There's no close-up shots and the story's gone, but it looks so familiar. I haven't confronted her yet because I don't have hard proof, just vibes of suspiciously shifted things. My parents think I'm overreacting and say costumes are meant to be worn. But to me, cosplay isn't just some cheap party outfit. It's art. It's a hobby. It's expensive. And it's not meant to be sweated in a nightclub at 2 a.m. without my consent. My friends are split. Some say I should just lock everything up and forget about it. Others say I should call her out because if she is using my cosplays for hen party shenanigans, she's risking damaging or ruining something I worked really hard on.
Okay.
So Reddit, am I the asshole for having these suspicious thoughts of my sister raiding my cosplay closet? Or am I just inventing drama where there isn't actually any?
Oh, I 200% think the sister is using her stuff.
Yes.
Right? But isn't that a normal thing to do? You know what I mean? Like, between siblings, you would share clothes, right?
Yes.
To some extent. Now, I understand that the cosplay is different. Don't get me wrong. Don't chew me out in the comments. But surely it's just a matter of having a conversation and go from there. Like, why get to, I'm so suspicious. I'm so suspicious I talked to my parents, to all my friends, and read it, but not to my sister.
Not my sister.
I don't know. Bit over dramatic, but
it's not over dramatic. I think what's interesting about this one is because I thought about that. It's like, oh, if I had someone who wore the same size as me, I'd probably share all their clothes all the time. But I also see a lot of TikToks and comedy skits and stuff about siblings, especially sisters, who are like going to the other person's room and be like, "Is that my blouse? Why is my jacket there? Like, why are you wearing my wardrobe?" So maybe it's not as socially acceptable, especially in this context where she is just doing it without asking and then like just coming.
Okay, so I think this is a mixture of two things. Firstly, it's cosplay. Cosplay takes effort, it takes time, it's a lot of money. So there is that hurt. Someone is using my effort without my consent. That is so valid and factual and true. Then there's the little sibling bickery of don't use my stuff. Right? Because that is my stuff. You already share my parents. I don't want you sharing my stuff as well. You know what I mean? You took my parents from me. Don't take my shoes. Right? So I get that as well. That is very valid. As for them being upset over this, I feel like if it was me, I probably, knowing my character, I probably would be upset as well. Right? Just because I'm honest. You know, you're using my stuff without telling me. It would annoy me. But at the same time, the way I would probably approach it is talking to them, explaining shit to them, and I don't know, make her own costumes. Teach her how to do it. Make it an experience.
Yeah.
And if if they're a dickhead about it, which there's a big chance that they will be, yep, lock up your shit. And if you're
Be done
away
with
for
it,
a
yeah.
long time and it's something that matters to you, keep it secure, keep it hidden away, and no one will touch it.
I 100% agree.
It sucks. It sucks, but
It does.
you need to plan around the situation, right? But yeah, why not talk to the sister? I'm so curious. Are there any updates or comments about this?
So generally the comments were in her favor, saying she's not the arsehole for having suspicions, but they also, a few of them echoed generally what you said. There's a lot of messages about like, just speak to her, she's your sister.
Okay.
There's no right. But after those comments, there was an update posted by the original poster.
Okay. Hit me.
Hi again. A lot of people asked for an update on my original post about thinking my sister was raiding my cosplay closet. So, after reading all the comments, and it says in parentheses, thank you, Reddit, you're both wise and unhinged, I decided confrontation would just turn into her denying everything. I needed proof, which is how I ended up at a joke shop buying itching powder upside down. Before my next trip, I have very carefully dusted a little into the lining of a couple of items that she'd most likely nab for a night out. Not enough to like cause her any major discomfort, just enough that if she wore them, she'd be scratching like a cartoon character with fleas. Now I have left for work. I am curious to Reddit. Was setting up itching powder, an itching powder sting operation a stroke of genius, or have I now unintentionally upgraded myself to being the arsehole in this story?
Oh, you're definitely an asshole. You're a massive dickhead. Also, I'm low-key thinking this is not a real story. Who the fuck would do that? How unhinged are you, bitch? What the fuck? What the fuck? So you went from, I don't know if my sister is using the cape, to, I want to make sure that my sister goes out in a public place
And stuff.
humiliate herself, then complains about it at home, and then I'll be like, ha! No, you're fucking insane. Get off the internet. Fuck.
Get off it.
Stop doing cosplay because we don't need insane people like you in the community. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so unhinged. That's so unhinged. I am going to take my revenge by humiliating my sibling in a public setting around her friends and cause an entire thing, because that will not cause confrontation.
No.
Because this way, it's not going to cause confrontation. But having a calm conversation about it will cause confrontation. Fucking hell.
It is certainly a choice. It is certainly an interesting approach. I will say that. Having a sibling myself, I've got to say, you kind of do the weird barriers of what's normal to how to treat your brother or sister is a bit weird. I would say I have grown out of that phase though. And if the younger sister in the story is in her early 20s, that's suggesting that this person should maybe know a bit better.
Okay, so I strongly am thinking that this isn't the way I'm picturing it in my head. It's less work and they're going away to school for a while.
Okay.
Right? And they're both young. Because again, no mature adult is going to ask, how do I treat my sibling, to Reddit.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. Unless it's like I've exhausted all possibilities already. No one's going to talk to their friends, their parents, and then end up going to Reddit for unhinged ways to out their sibling, basically. This is so wild. Where do you find these? Oh my God.
It's a special kind of people who go on the internet, I'm telling you.
I feel like at some point before recording this, you told me this was the wholesome episode. What? It's crazy. This is crazy. There's nothing wholesome about this. This is intense. One's assaulting and wig snatching. The other one's literally trying to physically cause irritation. That's crazy. Reddit. You wild beast. God.
Would you believe
God, this gets better.
there is another update?
Well, do tell.
This is the final update, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. So, after my last update, a bunch of you did say, she will touch your stuff again, just wait. I wasn't sure, but turns out you were right. This very weekend, while I'm away, she went out for another theme night, something to do with villains or vixens. And I'm 99% sure she won I was 99% sure she was wearing one of my cosplay corsets, the one that fits snug around the chest. I've had this confirmed. How do I know? Because tonight I got a deranged voice note from her. I wish I could attach it here because it's comedy gold. She just yelled at me, "What is wrong with your clothing? My tits are on fire. They've been itching all night. I swear I'm going to a doctor because I've never felt so attacked. What the hell cheap products are you using?" I just sat there wheezing of laughter because, yeah, the corset was one of the items I dusted with the powder. I haven't replied yet, but my draft message is basically, that's what you get for stealing my cosplay stuff behind my back. These aren't party clothes. They're hard work and delicate builds. Justice served. Sorry it was to your boobs.
I genuinely don't know how to react. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. The little sister sounds like a bellend, to be honest. But this is just a dysfunctional family. Move apart. Move away from each other. What is happening? What the fuck? I feel like the draft message was probably the nicest part of the entire interaction, and I still feel like they should have just tried to talk it out. But it does sound like this little sister is actually a nightmare. I don't know. I don't know enough about you both to see if she deserves having her boobas catch flames. But yeah, wild. It's wild to me.
You can imagine the comments in Reddit went kind of wild after this
update.
Oh,
please, go ahead.
One said, I actually screamed at reading super itchy tits. That's karma in surround sound. She's been denying it the whole time, and now she's literally exposed herself.
But she wasn't denying it because she never spoke about it. No, what the fuck? Why are you all like gaslighting situations on Reddit? Like, this is crazy. She didn't deny it because she was never confronted about it because the sister wouldn't fucking speak to her because she was too busy speaking to you on fucking Reddit. That's insane. You're all insane. You're so delulu. Crazy. Crazy. What the fuck?
Someone said that you didn't ruin the outfit and you didn't harm her in the long term, and she now knows you mean business. I have a feeling, and I will predict, that your costumes will never smell like vodka Red Bull again.
Oh, 100%. I would just wipe them and wear them anyway. Just saying. Now, I mean, you entered that territory. Yeah, we're wiping them, and I'm going to buy the same itchy shit and put it all over your underwear. But that is just me, because I was raised in a house where eye for an eye. Right.
And the final comment I picked out was, this went from, I think my sister might be burying my things, to, I've chemically armed a corset.
Yeah.
Imagine explaining that at the doctor's office. No, my tits are itchy because my sister sabotaged me with cosplay revenge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with this person. I'm with this person. Crazy. But if I were a sibling in this situation, no one would be wearing clothes without wiping them or washing them again just before wearing them forever, for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if there is true justice served in the world, that itching powder makes its way back to you. I think you deserve it. I think your solution is best though, PB. I think you just all need to like move out.
Have a conversation, and if she says no, then just pack your shit. Don't go away for extended periods of time. Because that's what it sounds like. I don't know. Is she just going to work in the evenings? Is she doing like night shifts and then coming back
to away long period of time?
I don't know. If that is the case, then maybe pack your stuff.
Pack your stuff. Take it with you. I don't know. I just love the fact that I'm just picturing the parents in this scenario, and like the one daughter comes home, my sister took this and now my boobs are itching and da. And I imagine the parents just being like, what did I go wrong?
Where?
I thought I tried so hard to raise these kids. Why are they being like that?
Yeah.
It would be so
Should
frustrating.
have swallowed. God.
On that note,
what is this podcast becoming? Crazy. Okay.
That is all our Reddit stories for the day. That is the wildest cosplay stories out there on the internet.
I feel like that's enough. I feel like at this point we just need to save our audience from further harm.
If you want to hear a particular theme of Reddit story, let us know in the comments. We say this every episode, but it's so true. We do read every comment, every DM we get, every reply to a post. Like, we read all of it, and it brings us so much joy to read them. So whatever your thoughts are, maybe you disagreed with our takes on some of these stories. Maybe you think you didn't go in enough on how we felt about some of them. Let us know your thoughts and your instant reactions to these stories, because I'm sure you have a lot of feelings about the things you've heard today.
No doubt.
In the comments section below. If you want to find us online, find out more about our Patreon, do stick to the end where we can tell you all about that. But as we recuperate from a very busy week vacationing, we're going to wish you all a good week. And for now, goodbye.
Bye. These people are insane.
Firstly, a huge thank you to our amazing conventioneers, Beck and Kit, who have joined our Patreon. Support the show and join the community yourself at www.patreon.com/theconcreatives. Find out more from our show sponsors and where to follow us on social media at www.theconcreatives.com. The podcast is hosted and produced by Gilles Bone and Jay Eggman.